I've been so back and forth about whether to record this video or not, but I think sometimes you just need to see people from where they are. And sorry, I was trying to clear off text message. I want you to know that God knows where you are right now. He knows if you're having good moments, if you're having bad moments. He knows when to use other people to speak into your life. He knows when to use your children to speak into your life. I just want to tell you briefly where I've been this past week, which sometimes it's hard to do. It's hard to be transparent, but I believe that God uses people's transparencies and their human nature and their human flaws, and it can help other people. And if you know me, you know sometimes it's hard, but I don't mind being transparent with people. For some reason, I've just been in this really dark place this past week. I've just been frustrated. I've been aggravated. My kids have just wore my nerves out. I love them with all my heart. Don't get me wrong. They are my heart and they're my soul. But there's times, if you're a parent, you know exactly where I'm coming from, that you just sometimes just want to throw your hands up in the air and just be like, what do I do? What do I do? You know, what's next? And, you know, they've just been fussing, they've been fighting, and it's normal sibling stuff. It's normal sibling stuff. It's nothing major. It's nothing, no major crisis. It's just hit me hard this week, and I've just had a hard time with it. And if you know Kendall, you know that she's got a heart for Jesus. And this is where I get emotional. This is, I've cried for a while sitting here in my van. But on the way to school this morning, we'll try to get together, I'm sorry. On the way to school this morning, Kendall was sharing with me some things, and Gary's cousin died a couple of weeks ago. We went to Virginia. This is the first time she had ever been exposed to death. It was a closed casket, so she didn't see her, but she asked a lot of questions. And, you know, after we were getting ready to leave Virginia, leave Danville, and Gary wanted to show Kendall his grandparents' grave, and she had never seen anything like it before. So, you know, and she's asked a couple of questions since then, but nothing major. Well, today, some things that she said really, really hit my heart, and has just kind of sent me overboard. I had to hold it together in front of her, but the moment I dropped her off, I just burst out into tears. She said, Mom, just out of the blue, she's like, Mom, when I die, will you write some things on my tombstone? And I mean, coming from your 5-year-old, that's a heavy question. And so, I said, yeah, baby, of course. I said, what do you want me to write? Sorry, my arm's shaking. I said, what do you want me to write? And she said, that I wanted to be an army girl and a policewoman and a firefighter. And I said, okay. I said, okay, is there anything else that you want us to write? And she's like, well, that I loved Jesus and I wanted to help people. And I said, okay, I'm just listening to her talk here. My turn the radio off. My full attention is on this baby girl in the back seat talking to me. She got my full undivided attention at this point. And you know, I'm just sitting here listening to my 5-year-old talk about her tombstone. And she's like, well, and she ended it on a funny note. She said, well, she's like, I probably won't die till I'm old, though. And I laughed, and I said, yeah. I said, you're probably. I said, I hope not. I said, I hope you stay with us for a long time. And I was on the phone with my mom right shortly after that, and she was just calling to check in on us. And, you know, maybe it was a God thing that she called. I don't know. But I was asking her different questions, you know, like if I spoke like that as a child, and if I talked like, you know, Kendall talks about God every day that we go to school. She's got questions. She wants me to tell her the story of Zacchaeus. She wants me to tell her the story, just, you know, Jesus on the cross. Whatever they're talking about at school, that's what she wants to talk about. Or if they're talking about it at church, or if it's something that we've talked about, she's got Jesus on her heart all the time, and it just blesses my heart. And, you know, she gets it. This life is about helping people, loving people, and showing other people Jesus. That's what this life is about. Whatever you're going through, it's about loving people and showing Jesus through your circumstance and your situation. You know, God knew this morning that I needed a touch, and I needed something from Him this morning, because like I said, I've been in this place where I'm just, I don't know, you just get to a crossroad in parenting sometimes. You just get to a crossroad and you're trying to figure out what's going to work, discipline things, and, you know, again, just being honest, you're just at a crossroads, and sometimes you're just at that point where you just feel so weak, and maybe it's hard to talk to other people about. You don't want anybody to think badly of your kids. I don't want anybody to, you know, to watch this video and think my kids are horrible kids, because they're not. They are precious, precious kids, and we love them very dearly. You know, but you just have your moments in parenting where you struggle, and it's hard, you know. But the fact that God knew, I was sitting here in my car, and I said, God, I thank you that you knew exactly what I needed this morning. that it was a touch from my child. And Kendall has no idea the volumes of what she said to me and how much it touched my heart. But I just want to encourage you to keep doing. If you're a struggling parent right now and you're struggling with your kids, I want you keep pouring the word into those kids. You keep having those conversations with those kids. You answer those questions the best that you know how. And when you're having those moments where it's a screaming match and you're just totally mentally exhausted and checked out, I just encourage you to check back in, lower your voice, and just be there. Just do the best that you can. That's all God's asking you to do. There's no rule book to parenting. I've heard my mom told me that again this morning. She said there's no rule book to parenting, and I know that. But I just want to encourage you today to just listen to your kids. You have no idea the volumes of wisdom that God's ready to speak through those babies, out of the mouth of babes, right? But I just want to encourage you to be there for your kids and just listen and do the best that you can. That's all. God knows that's the best you can do. It's just the best that you can do. Live life unscripted today, and don't think I'm a nutcase because I've cried in front of you. Have a good day.